I do pre-bait a lot in winter, especially on quiet waters, lakes where, if you're lucky you've got them to yourself, you've got to keep the bait going in. But on busy venues, which can be the best place to be in winter, PVA bags is probably my first line of attack. And I've got two PVA bag mixes that I'm going to show you now. Both are equally as good, but one always seems to be better depending on the day. The first one is a really potent kind of fishy PVA mixer. You don't need a lot of this stuff. This is like real sort of strong oily stuff. It kind of goes against what I think about winter baits, but I use such a small amount of it in a PVA bag that I think fish just home into it. It's particularly good on coloured waters. And what it is, it's mainly salmon fry crumb and tiny little halibut pellets. So that's basically the main mix, but to give that a lot more appeal, I use tuna in brine in the winter. I don't want a load of sunflower oil. As much as oil is good, in the winter I don't want it. I want the salty brine liquid to absorb into all my pellets, and I'll just flake it up with a fork. You want it into nice little flaky bits, different sizes. All fish really seem to love this stuff. Mackerel's really good, sardines are really good. You can get them in chili. There's loads of different types of tinned fish. So this is probably an obvious one, but it's probably my favourite. But if everyone's using tuna PVA bags, then think mackerel's probably my one worthwhile looking at. It's absolutely this. If you make this up 2 days in advance, it definitely smells better, and the pellet and crumb will absorb all of this lovely sort of salty juice and the meat and everything. It just becomes perfect. Also into this you can add some of this bechamel shrimp paste, which absolutely hums. What I do is I wouldn't put any in now. I'd do this at home and I'd warm this up in the microwave, maybe with a little bit of water to make it nice and runny, and I'd just pour that into the mix, not too much, maybe a dessert spoonful. It really hums, but the fish, they love it. They love it to bits. So once this is mixed up and left for a couple of days, it's absolutely perfect for your PVA bags. You can use it in sticks. I know people like to use sticks as well, but I tend to prefer little tiny sort of 50p size bags. My favourite hook bait with that is probably this little fella here. Is some pepperami. The spicy one's my favourite. Tiny bit of that, and I can trim. Fumbling around, and I'll trim the skin off it, so I'll end up with a nice little nugget like that. Really oily, really salty, really garlicky. A little bit of corn, plastic corn on top for the visual element that I'm always wanting winter. And yeah, a little bag of that. No, I mean even that's too much, but that's what I'm looking for on the bottom of the lake. And that has caught me so many fish. Really good on coloured venues, busy venues. It's just #1 really sort of instant PVA bag mix for winter. All the ingredients in this bag mix are really potent attractors. That's why you don't need much. It's why it works in winter when the carp's senses are at their lowest, because obviously their metabolism is slow, so their smell, their taste, their eyesight, everything slows down. So in this case I'm looking for a real potent smelling mixture, and obviously the pellets, the tuna, the crumb, the shrimp extract in there, it hums, and your hands will smell like big time if you've been using this all day, but it will just catch so many carp. And I've taken it to loads of venues, places like Linear, Thorpley, prolific winter venues where you can knock sort of 20 fish out in a day. This will get those sort of results for you. No other bait, just lots of PVA bags of this stuff, will catch you loads of winter carp.